So I am at the point that I want to go ahead and start my lasso, so I would feed on my crump, okay, and just let it drop. And then I'll go ahead and feed on the beads that I want to be my lasso, which is what my tassels are going to go through, right? And this can be any size you want. And you can use any beads, do whatever you want. Very, very fun to make lariats because you really can get super, super creative. And there are just absolutely no rules. You know, sure, there are techniques and this and that to putting, obviously, a lariat together. But in terms of the design, that's why I love them. Because you can just have so much fun. I am going to take and pull this around to my crimp right there, and that lets me know how big my lasso will be. And I'll kind of hold it right there. Okay, so I'm gonna hold that, and then I would just grab whatever's gonna go through it. So there's the leaf. Okay, so that goes through just fine. And then I think my other components are gonna be just fine. And that's all it is. So you just wanna have enough room for whatever you're going to put through. You can also be mindful that if you want it to slide, which it typically does, that your beads all will go through whatever is on your lariat. And because these are all 6mm and 4mm, they are more than likely going to go through. I don't think I want my lasso any bigger than that. So now that I'm done with my lasso, now I take the tail of my wire. I'll keep you down here on the mat and show you. And all you do, guys, is just put that tail right through your crimp. And then we're just going to pull the tail. Now we're going to pull it just a little bit to start out. And then we're going to stop right there. Now I'm going to pull you up and show you. What I do is, let me get rid of this stuff. What I do, guys, when I am making a lasso is, because you've got so much beadwork happening, I go and start at where my first crimp section is, which is right here. I don't want any gaps, but I want plenty of movement. So I usually kind of just coil it up like a snake, just like that. And by doing that, that will help me to get everything pulled together, pulled tight, but know that I have the movement that I want, the fluidity that I want, but there are no gaps in sections of wire that you're going to see through. And now that it's laying like that, I just kind of eyeball it, look at it, looks good to me, and then I'll continue to go ahead and pull that tail to where that crimp is meeting the top of that peach rondelle right there. And all I need is just enough room to get my magical crimper in there to crimp that off. So that's what I'll do now. So that's how you make a little lasso. Wire. We'll get that flush cut out of there as close as we can get it. Perfect. And there's my little lasso. And so now I want to finish off the bottom. And so what I am going to do is, it's hard to get the whole thing, and I put it this way. I'm going to put at the very bottom, I'm going to put the leaf charms, but I'm going to use, I'm thinking I'm going to use several of the jump rings. Let me grab some pliers. And make one a smidge longer than the other, almost like making my own chain link with jump rings. And I am going to connect that directly to the last link of my chain. Okay, and close that up nice and secure. And now I'm going to take the other jump rings and I'm going to make a bit of like a little chain extender on the little teal leaf. Let's add this guy first, and then let's add them to this last jump ring here. There we go. Okay. Now they're all married up together there. Just where they need to be, close that up. And so that's what I have. I'll pull you down and show you. It's really, really cute. So that's how that's gonna dangle, swing around. But it really is a super cute idea. Have one little bit lower than the other. And those are 4mm jump rings, guys. And so then on the other side, this will be our bottom. And notice how I made my spiral and my loop. I put them the same direction towards me. And so that part's done. Let's get that out of the way. We'll make our other component. And I think what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to do a wire wrap loop on the top and the bottom so that they most certainly will not come off. Let's just do that. I could do a simple loop. It's really up to you. But I'll pull you down. That's what I have for my little components that we've wire wrapped now from the chain right on down. And that's what that looks like. Super, super cute. Let me pull you up and show you what I have. And we've got our little lasso. And so this is, you know, what it looks like. Most of this will go around, you know, obviously the back of the neck. But again, you can wear these any way you want, like a scarf, right? And let's see. We just, you know, put our little dangles right through our little lasso. And now you can adjust that for that little lasso to lay any way you want. You can make it more of a choker, right, by pulling that up. Plenty of room, but I didn't make it big enough to where I don't think it's in scale. I don't know if I can go around twice. Yeah, and I have a crystal necklace on my store that does that too. But anyway, that's what I've got, guys. So that's my lasso lariat. Inspiration from my October sparkle bag. And this time I made my own little component. And we've got our little leaf dangles that are just so pretty. It's just a stunning color palette. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next video, friends, be blessed.